Alright, we're into it. Darcy's come along today to help me. We've got a couple different jobs on. I need some diesel. First one will be just some moss and mould over a blueberry hail cover. And then after that we're going out and putting on some Regia heat as a heat reflectant for another nursery. And then we've got some more roof painting on another nursery. So variety of things on today. Should be good. Alrighty, so we're pretty well all set up, chemicals mixing, drones all set up, so I'm just going to get the controller done now. What we're going to do, there's a few cloths around the outside with a bit of moss and mould, and then a couple of the actual hail covers, so the fabric roofs a little bit mossy, but it's kind of just the ones on the outsides. So we'll spray the outer rim, and then just the two tunnels on the either side of the orchard, I guess. Is it a blueberry orchard? I suppose. Yeah, so not a hell of a lot to do, but I'll do the outsides first, and that way we're not blowing too much onto the actual blueberries. And then I'll do the tunnel roofs. As soon as we finish that, I'll go around with a hose and just hose off anything that might have got touched. It's one of those things we probably wouldn't need to, but better safe than sorry. So we've got, there's three different fields. The far netting, the far edge netting, there's a two tunnels at the far end, then two tunnels at this close end, and this close end's edge netting. So we've done the far edge, we're doing the far side two outside tunnels, and then we'll move on over to this side. So it's relatively straightforward. These orchards are all flat, nice and level, so we don't have to worry about that. We just turn the terrain follow off and set it at a certain height, and no obstacles anywhere, so it's nice and stress-free, these ones obviously, but yeah, you still need to pay attention and keep an eye on things. But it's nice, we've got the big vantage point up on top of the truck here that we can sit and watch, and yeah, there's the drone flying along, all going to plan. You can see just doing those outside tunnels at the far end there. Yeah, too easy. So we'll jump in the truck, we'll go and we'll just chuck a bit of gas in, fill up the generators, and then get over to the next job. Sweet. So our client's just doing a bit of a trial here with red heat to reflect the heat of the sun but still let the light through. So we've got some tunnels here and they want to spray the right hand side too, because they're just growing plants underneath and it's getting a bit hot. So they need the light but they don't want the heat, so we're going to apply eradication heat, which is a formulation that reflects that as UV rays but still lets the light through. But yeah, it's a bit of a trial for the client, and if it works then we'll come back and we'll do the whole thing every year, but at this stage we're just doing a couple bays to see how it goes. So what we're doing here is we're putting it on in layers. So rather than just putting it all on in one go, I'm going to do a half rate, well it's actually about a third rate, and we'll put it in on in 3 layers. Reason being, if we commit everything in one hit and we put too much on, then we're going to add up. By the time that adds up, we won't have enough to finish the whole job. Second to that, it's a relatively steep roof, so I don't want to get any runoff, and if we put too much on, we're going to get too much water on and it'll obviously just run down into the gutter. So by putting it on in lighter layers, it'll dry and put another coat on, so on, so on. And that's a wrap on that one. So we've got another heat job tied in after this, so it's nice. We've tried to put in as many of these sorts of jobs today as we can because we've decontaminated our tank. We've decontaminated our tank, so we're going to try and get all of this sort of sensitive vegetation stuff done in one hit. So we've got this, we've got another heat job next, and then we've got a sol job next, which you'll see soon. So we're going to go pack up the drone and get on to the next one. Here's a reflective layer you can see that we're putting on the roof, obviously a bit more diluted than actual application, but here's an example. Sweet, so we've just popped in home to have a bit of smoko because it was on the way. So we've dropped in there, had a cup of tea and and a crumpet, and now we're on our way to our third job for the day. We're heading down to, it's a similar greenhouse to the second job, except this time rather than using heat, we're using sol. So it's the same brand, just different product in the sense that the heat is a reflective layer, so you still get the light let through, but you don't get the heat. sol is a chalk paint, so it literally just covers the top and shades the area a little bit. So again, you don't get the heat through, but the downside is you don't get as much light as well. The payoff is it's just a slightly more affordable product. So it depends on the grower's desired outcome really, and how much they want to spend on it. But yeah, it's going to get on the way. It's about an hour down there, and we've got good wind at the moment, but that never stays that way, so we'll try to get down there as soon as we can and get straight into it before any wind picks up. And as I got in the truck, Saskia's put my blooming hat in between the seat that's got squashed, so hopefully that bloody comes out, but at the moment it's a bit deformed. Oh well, if that's the worst thing that happens today, I'm doing alright. Although, I've had that hat for years, and if it's buggered I'll be a bit annoyed. It's alright. Righty, we're at the third job for the day. Just doing some sol roof shading. Yeah, get ready for another. Much of the same, just a slightly different product really. Alrighty, we're underway, and you'll see how messy this bloody stuff is. We've done the narrow one, the whole wind's holding off on us, which is good. We're onto the big open space now, which is 0.63 of a hectare, nice square, nice and easy. But when this drone comes down to land, I will show you just how messy this crap is, and I have not found a way to do it any other way. It just makes a mess. But look at this now, this is after one load. That's actually not too bad. So then look at the bloody mixing tank, because I overflowed it. Water shambles, but that's alright. It's all good. Okay, we'll get this filled up, batteries changed, back in the air, and we're going to keep rolling before the wind comes in, because I don't want to have to fight the wind. Well, that's it, mostly cleaned. She's still got a few spots on her, but that's fine. So that stuff does fade over time anyway, but it's a heck of a lot better than it was before. Now it's time to address this mess. You can come with me. And alrighty, well, that's the pickup mostly done, and I'll just turn the generators off, put the batteries away, pack the drone up, and yeah, we'll get out of here. I'll fill the tanks up and get rid of these empty buckets and get out of here. Just like that, time to get out of here. All the that job went pretty well. We wouldn't have wanted to be much later. That wind's just picking up really as we were finishing, so we had to fight it a little bit at the end, just slow everything down, and yeah, so we were close, so glad we got it done when we did. But yeah, we wouldn't have wanted to wait much longer. With roof shading, it's got to be quite good conditions, because if you get, well, with any spray it's got to be quite good conditions, but because you've got the humps of the roof, what I find is if there's a bit of wind, you get really noticeable thicker on one side and thinner on the other side if you get a crosswind, and yeah, it's just really obvious. It doesn't look good. If you can, we couldn't do it today because of the wind, we had to work with it a little bit, but if you can, you sort of cross stitch it, so you fly 50% of the volume one direction and then the other 50% again 90 degrees, and that way you sort of don't get any lines or runs, and that way you can get away with flying it a bit quicker. But that time we couldn't do that because there was a slight side wind, so we just had to slow down. If we were flying head on into that wind, it wouldn't have done a very good job. So yeah, there's little things you got to play around with to try and get a good job, and it's not just a matter of going out and chucking the stuff on and see the best. But I'm quite happy with that one. Yeah, it went well, but like I said, only just got it. So wind's picked up, we're going to go home for the day and yeah, get a little bit of life admin done maybe, but yeah, probably knock off. It is a Saturday, it's 2 o'clock now, so by the time we get home about 3, and yeah, good time to knock off, especially for a Saturday.